Hello Smash Com Tourney of Tourney fans, and welcome to Beta League number 2 of Series 3. And you're joining me, Energy Scott, on this rainy day, which is all I've got to report on really, is the weather. So let's just crack on. Here we go. Amazing last Alpha League, and hopefully by the time that this airs you guys will have seen the fixtures for the next Alpha League, and that is looking tasty. Big moves. Keep your eye on Star Captain for that one. But we're here on the Beta League, and we start with Rosalina and Luma versus Bowser. It's Rosalina from the Vipers who were pulling their way back to the ranks. I was going to say to first place, but it was nowhere near first place. And Bowser from the Shroom Dogs, who have found themselves at the moment in 5th. Yeah, Cosmo Viper's in 2nd, but they are 10 points away from the fossil fuel, so they're going to have to do really well here if they want to, you know, reach those heights. And kudos to Bowser. A lot of people have gone and watched the Mario movie. I have not yet seen it, but I've heard a lot of people like Bowser. And it sucks if you do, because Bowser is out straight away. I was just about to give Bowser... I heard there was a Peaches song. I heard that's really funny. And I was about to talk all about it. And then Bowser went and died. Just like that. But great news for Rosalina and Luma fans, who I'm going to cover in about 2 seconds. 1, 2-ish. So let's have a look. Ultimate Dream Team. Who has Rosalina and Luma? The Bunda Squad. Jordan. You've got Rosalina and Luma. Molly, she is going to be happy to get a few wins under her belt. And of course, Rachel from the pit crew as well. 3 people with Rosalina. And that's against the 3 people who have Bowser, which is Jimmy, my brother, Chode, and OG Nathan. And next up, I say next up, but you guys have been watching the first few seconds, and that is a robots fight between Solid Snake and Chrom. It looks like Solid Snake is about to win here very quickly. And he is, and you guys may have noticed by the little symbol in the far left-hand bottom corner that that was a Crystal League match. And I can barely breathe, but Snake has got his 2nd, which is for Chrom. Well, which is against Chrom, but in the Emerald League. And a win for Snake, a rare win, I should add, for Snake, as Chrom loses 1-2. Sucks to be Chrom, but Snake is all good. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is if anyone had captained Rosalina and Luma, and actually, someone did. And you guys again would have noticed that because it would have popped up in the bottom corner. But Molly from Team Nuggets, just as I was saying, you're getting a few wins under your belt. Your Starfighter goes through and gets a win. And let's cover up on Snake now, because there's also 2 people who've Starfighted Solid Snake himself. We've got, ooh, drum roll please. We've got Chode from Nippleback on an absolute roll at the moment. And shout outs to you, Third Lemon, because you have also Starfighted Snake for the Fruity Fellas. Yo. Already 2 Starfighters through. We are looking good. Did I even add Snake's? Did I? Did I? Yeah, 18 for 17 for Snake. So Snake is now currently, when I get it right. Yeah, he's currently 31st and goes through as the favourite to beat Rosalina and Luma, for sure. But they have never fought before. Anyway, I'm caught up. I'm back in the game. We've got Donkey Kong from Gorilla Limon and Lucina from the Gumtech. Lucina, who comes 2nd, got her first silver medal of Tourney of Tourneys Series 3 in the last fight. And let's cover if anyone has any of these fighters. Now, I believe, Jamie, you have DK. You do. Lim La Vida Loca, you're the only team to have DK. And Lucina, can't remember from last time, only one team, and that is the Staroids, Return of the Roidai, and Longboy Bob with Lucina. This is a lead singer versus drummer off. The drummer off. Drummer off? I don't know. But the Gorilla Limon need this as they're 6th at the moment. And the Gumtech are in 4th. Who knew? I should know, but who knew? I'm going to have a quick cheeky check if anyone has Starfighter. I can tell you now that the match is over and Lucina, the fighter who comes 2nd last time, is out. I can tell you that no one Starfighted those 2 fighters, which means that DK, 12 for 17, moves up to 56th. DK making money moves. Lucina 18 for 18. The DK getting through for Gorilla Limon puts him in 56th, like I said, which is still relegation, but it is the higher tier of relegation. So, pros and cons, really. And another Gorilla Limon fighter, and hopefully one that will be much better, which is Joker versus Lucario from the Shroom Dogs. Joker, obviously, brand new fighter. Welcome to Tourney of Tourneys, Joker. I say that, he did obviously fight last time. And is a very popular choice as 4 people have picked him. Jordan from the Bundesquad, Jamie again for Living La Vida Loca, very loyal to Gorilla Limon. The Mighty Clucks and Big Nath. You've got Joker and Staroid. Longboy Bob, you're up again with Joker. Commitment. And only one person has Lucario, which is OG Nath. So this is a battle of the Naths. OG Nath, Big Nath. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Has anyone captained any of these or starfighted? We'll find out in a minute. Gorilla Limon moving up to 5th place now, overtaking the Shroom Dogs. So this is a real crucial win for the Limon here. The Joker needs to win this if he wants to get a bit of a distance for his team. Okay. Now, I didn't cover that Crystal League tournament that closely, but in the Emerald League, there are 2 fighters who have 2 wins. One of them is Ridley, the winner of the first Beta League, who has beaten Sora twice, painfully. And, of course, Snake, who's beaten Cloud and Chrom now. And at the moment, Joker is winning against this match against Lucario, but there's 40 seconds left. They've only just broken the stage. But I believe there's a good Pokemon on show there which could kill someone very quickly. It looks like it's going to kill Lucario quickly. But I lie, because Lucario is still alive until then, when Joker finds that gap in the roof and Joker gets that win, which means OG Nath, you have fallen. Lucario, 15 for 18. Not a great start for him. But Joker with the dub. Who did get a win last time. He got 1. He moves up to 33rd, obviously. And that's 2 Gorilla Limon fighters through to face each other. Interesting, the Limon are unstoppable at the moment. And can they continue that run with yet another fighter here, which is Greninja? As Greninja fights for Gorilla Limon, we've got Falco from Gumtech, I believe, but I could be wrong. He is from the Gumtech. Both of these fighters are in the bottom tier, so Falco's actually 63rd, so the second worst fighter. Greninja is 61st, so if they want to pull their way out of relegation and make sure that they fight in next series, they're going to have to win. Start winning at some point. And obviously these guys, Falco especially, is one of the most popular characters to have been picked. 6 people. So let's name drop. Jordan with the Bundesquad. A lot of your fighters turning up straight away. Gears United. This could be one of your first if I've not covered it already. Mega Drive. Jimmy. Big Nath. Again, you've had a few fighters. OG Nath. Once again, the Naths coming together instead of fighting against each other. And Ash with one of your first fighters from We Will Rock You. And anyone have Greninja? Showing Greninja some love? Yes. We've got 4 fighters showing Greninja love. We've got Boo Makalaka and Makawewe. How we doing, Mac? We've got King K. Rules. How we doing, Rosie? We've got Nippleback and Chode. And we have the Pit Crew Rachel. A lot of chosen fighters showing up in these first few rounds. And this has already been a minute. These guys do not want to win. But Falco's picked up an assist trophy, but it is too late as Greninja wins very... I was going to say quickly, but it was over a minute. But that is going to hurt a lot of Falco fans. And for anyone who's star-fighted Falco, and I'm sure that there is a few people who have, but let's not dwell on who has. Let's dwell on if anyone's star-fighted Greninja, and the answer is no. But 3 people star-fighted Falco. Jimmy, OG Nath, and Jordan. Bad choice, guys. But Greninja gets through, which also means that Gorilla Limon have all 3 fighters through. This is the revolution. It begins here. But does it? As we have, and I'm pretty sure I want to get this right before I say it. I am going to say it, and that is a replay of the final of the Gamma League, which is Luigi versus Yoshi, which was the only time that they fought, but Luigi won to maintain well, not maintain, but to gain first place in the Gamma League and to be the highest drafted fighter. And he got drafted for the Cosmo Vipers, whereas Yoshi got drafted for the Energy Source. And this is the Energy Source's first fighter, and I feel like they need some support. So come on, Yoshi! Shout outs to anyone who's picked these fighters. Let's go with Luigi first, as it's alphabetical. We have Team Nuggets, Molly. We know you haven't started fighting Luigi because you've already started fighting someone. But Luigi is fighting well, which could be good for you. And Yoshi. I'm pretty sure it's OG. No, not OG. Big Nath. Big Nath for the Mighty Clucks. You had Yoshi, but Luigi is the one who actually gets through and once again beats Yoshi. Which is crazy. I was checking if he'd been Star Fighter, but I'd already covered that that wasn't the case. But Luigi, 11 for 17. He was 62nd, moves up to 61st. So that's a few fighters in that bottom tier who are gaining some wins. Unfortunately, Yoshi is another one in that tier. 4 wins, 10 losses. Yoshi goes down to 58th. Which also sucks because the Energy Source have already lost a fighter. Fantastic. But the good news is there's going to be some real tight games here because that next round for Luigi is against Greninja. And they're both in the D2 tier. So that's straight to the Delta League. Bad times. So 2 wins there. That could be really important in the future. But now, 2 more fighters who are sort of higher up in D1 tier and could avoid relegation quite easily if they start winning. And that is Cloud for Gorilla Limon. The Limon's 4th fighter through. And Palutena for the Energy Source. Now Palutena, I believe, is not a differential. 2 people have picked Palutena. We've got King K. Rool Rules and Rosie, and we've got Benny P and the Push Trap Patriots. Welcome, Benny P. As for Cloud, boom, Mac away we. God, I like your team, Mac. The Wonder Boys, Austin, this could be one of your first fighters. If so, hello. And we will rock you. And Ash, you have Cloud. But Mac, let's have a look at your team. I'm picking on you today, baby. You have got, in the Beta League, when I can find you, there you are. You've got Sora. Excellent already, the fact you picked Sora. You've got Cloud, who appears to have won, which means that the Gorilla Limon have won all 4 of their first fights. And you have Greninja as well. So far so good for you, my friend, in the Beta League. And a dub for Cloud, who beats Palutena, which means that the Energy Source have lost yet another fighter. Which sucks, right? I give up. But Cloud, 14 for 17, goes from 55 to 51. Palutena was 51st, so she's going to fall down now to 55th. Bad times for Palutena, amazing times for Gorilla Limon, and that's put them in a pretty cushy spot. But I will double check that quickly, as they are currently 4th, but they're on the same points as the dudes in 3rd, so the dudes who have yet to fight, by the way. Yet to fight. Have they? I'm missing a dude's fire. No, I'm not missing a dude's fire. Tell a lie. Anyway, we have the replay from last time, which is Roy versus Roy. But it's Roy versus Roy the Boy, as you all know. Roy for the Gum Tech, Roy the Boy for the Shroom Dogs. And we love a battle of the Roys. We love a battle of the Roys. Obviously, I already know that Longboy Bob has Roy the Boy in his team. But has he Starfighted him? I don't know yet. We'll have a look in a minute. And Austin as well has Roy the Boy in his team. Probably not Starfighted him. And Roy, I don't remember as much. That's because no one has picked Roy. So we've got to be rooting for Roy the Boy, right? Unless you're a fan of Gumtech. So far it's close. The Roys always deliver on entertainment. And we love Roy the Boy. Roy the Boy, if you're quite new to this, Roy the Boy is a symbol of Smash Com Tourney of Tourneys. All the hype started with Roy the Boy. And he prevails. He is on fire right now. So Roy the Boy, 8 for 17. Now, despite being ranked in 64th, he's still ranked in 64th. But wins help, and now he's one win behind Falco, who could find himself being the lowest ranked fighter at the moment, which is mad. Roy, in fairness, is 62nd, so 11 for 18. No, Roy stays in 62nd, but this is time for Roy the Boy to gain some wins. faces off against Cloud in the next round. And obviously you guys have already seen this on the screen, but Longboy Bob did Starfighter Roy the Boy, and it is paying off for you, my friend. 2 wins there. And you had Cloud as well, did you? No, you didn't. Sorry, mate. We'll find out who you had in a minute. But first, I'm going to introduce Ness from the Cockadoodle Dudes, their first fighter, who are trying to fend off the Gorilla Limon versus Zelda from the Gun Tech. And Long Boy Bob. Let's have a look at your team, my friend. You have in the Beta League Piranha Plant. Oh no, you've got Rob. You've got 5 fighters. You've got Rob. Got to have Rob in your team. You've got Piranha Plant. You've got Joker, who's through. You've got Lucina, who's out. And you've got Roy the Boy, who you Starfighted. So you get a bonus win, of course. And Zelda beats Ness. I don't even have time to say who beat them, really. I'm lost. I'm lost with Starfighters. No, I'm not. I am lost with Starfighters. Obviously, again, it comes up on your screen because I edit it afterwards. So I want to quickly say a shout out to Ash, who Starfighted Cloud. And obviously Ash had an amazing Alpha League 1 when Steve won, and he was the only person to Starfighter Steve. But you've also Starfighted Cloud, so congratulations with Cloud getting through. But we see Zelda beat Ness, which is good news for the likes of anyone who has Zelda, which is one person, and that is Third Lemon and the Fruity Fellas. But I'm pretty sure, Third Lemon, that you also have Ness. You do. Win-win, really, then. And Giz United, you also have Ness, so that sucks for you. Sorry, Giz. Ness, where you at? Ness loses 6-10. Ness goes down to 55th, but great news there for Zelda fans, who is on now 15-4-17, and no one Starfighted Zelda, FYI, who has made life difficult now for the Cockadoodle Dudes, who've moved down to 4th, so Gorilla Limon are currently 3rd at the moment. Craziness. But anyway, I digress. We now have Ridley from the Fossil Fuels versus Rob from the Red Robots. I don't know if you guys remembered, but, well, before this tournament started, Rob was actually the highest ranked Beta League fighter, but now Ridley is, who's ranked 15th. 5 wins, 0 losses, obviously a brand new fighter, and at the moment looks pretty broken. We've got calls to have this guy banned already, and look, he's doing it again. Rob's going to have to pull out something to beat Ridley here, who is on form. And Ridley doesn't want to go near that explosion. He doesn't. And Rob is fighting back, and Ridley looked in full control at the start, but this match is not over. As Rob picks up a bullet bill, and that has done him well. But Ridley survives. He's got wings. This is tight. This is tight. I want to mention who has Rob and who has Ridley, but you guys would have seen it on the screen. Also, this is the Fossil Fuels' first fighter. Current first place people. And it is a close fight. This isn't over yet. And Rob is now winning. Big moves from Rob. But a big hit there from Ridley, and no one wants to give up here. This is definitely not going to sudden death. Oh, that's a big hit there from Rob, who's picked up that little space thing. But it doesn't matter because Ridley actually wins again. So that is now 6-0 for Ridley. And Rob really made him try. But it wasn't enough. 17-17 for Rob, and Ridley in winning ways moves up to 13th. Incredible. What a fighter. And shout outs to everyone who Starfighted Ridley, and it hasn't changed from last time. So Giz, you have Starfighted Ridley, and so has Rachel from the pit crew. Both of you girls Starfighter and Ridley. No one Starfighted Rob, sorry, but I know a few people have Rob. Jordan, Longboy Bob, and Rachel, you had Rob as well. So you win one, you lose one. That's okay. But your Starfighter got through, which is the main thing. And well done to anyone else who has Ridley. So, Chode, you've got Ridley. Great times, my friend. You're doing well this tournament, aren't you? Yeah, you're doing well. Wait, I can't see you. Oh, no, you are doing well. You are doing well. didn't want to get ahead of myself. And now we have a Fossil Fuels and Energy Source fight. And this is a good Fuels fighter in Incineroar, but an even better one with the Energy Source's own Sora. Who has Sora? Who's loyal? Who believes in the power of friendship? Makawari, of course, with Sora. Molly, of course, with Sora. And Austin, of course, with Sora. Loyalty. And anyone who's picked Incineroar, terrible. 2 people have it. Rosie and Benny P. How could you do this to me? I'm joking, you can pick whoever you want. And at the moment, Incineroar is not in control. Sora's the one in control, which makes a nice change. And I need an Energy Source fighter through, I really do. So I'm hoping this is Sora's time. He's done a smash, but grab move, sorry, but it wasn't enough. Using a lot of B moves. Trying to take that damage. Oh, good combo there. Get that Pokeball. Yes, Sora. Okay, he's got a Ditto, so we've got a second Sora coming out right here. Wouldn't be the first time. That's a Kingdom Hearts joke for anyone who likes Kingdom Hearts. Ah, I thought Sora's going to get the win there. Come on, you've got this. Okay, Incineroar goes for the dummy. And Incineroar is fighting good, but Sora's fighting a little bit better. Big move from Incineroar. But big move there from Sora, who needs to move now. Sora's dead. That was so unlucky. He was fighting so well. So no one start fighting Incineroar. Boom. Makawari, I'm sorry, buddy. Starfighted Sora. So Sora's yet to have a win. 0 for 2. The dream is looking more over by the day. But a win for Incineroar. 16 for 17. Moves to 46, and another Fossil Fuel fighter is through. They seem to be unstoppable, and the Energy Source only have Marth left. We lost Yoshi, lost Palutena. I didn't even get time to mourn Palutena. Oh well. Next up, Kazuya versus Mario. And I'm pretty sure, Molly, you're the only one with Mario, and no one has Kazuya. So everyone need to root for Molly at home, as Mario for the Cosmo Vipers faces Kazuya from the Fossil Fuels, the unstoppable Fossil Fuels at the moment. But could this be Mario's time? Molly, let's have a look at your beta team. You have got... I can't find it. There you are. You have Mario. You had Mario. I'm going to come back to you, but Mario is out. Sorry, Molly. We all tried. I'm sure everyone at home was crossing their fingers, but Mario could not beat Kazuya, who is an awesome fighter, by the way. But Mario loses. Kazuya 2 for 1. Another Fossil Fuel is through. That is 3 in a row. That's painful. Oh, I've put him in the wrong place. He needs to go in there. Can't get through there. That's not fought yet. Well done to Kazuya. I'm still sore about Sora losing at the moment. Energy Source have their last fighter, and it is coming up after this fight between Inkling and Captain Falcon. So shout outs to I'm pretty sure Big Nath, you're the only one with Inkling. No, Rachel, you've got Inkling as well. The pit crew with a steal there. And Captain Falcon, Jamie, Lim La Vida Loca, and Third Lemon, and the Fruity Fellas. You both have Captain Falcon, but I did say I'm going to come back to Molly. So, Molly, you had Mario, you had Sora, both of them out, but you do have Luigi and Rosalina through, and obviously you start fighting Rosalina. And it's bad news for Rachel and Big Nath, who have lost Inkling straight away. She's gone, and Captain Falcon gets through. 7 for 9, ranked 49th. He is almost out of relegation, which would be crazy. He's 49th. He's got one more place to go. Captain Falcon on the rise. And Inkling hasn't won a fight yet. And obviously Inkling is quite new to Smash Com Tourney of Tourneys, so she is 0 for 2. FYI. And now we have a Crystal League match between Wii Fit Trainer, who has 2 wins, sorry, versus Marth, who has none. But I'm rooting for Marth in this Opal League match because Marth is the only Energy Source fighter left, and we are we are struggling. We are on -11 at the moment. Does anyone believe in Marth? Who's going to celebrate with me? Austin and OG Nath, both of you guys with Marth. Probably a few more of We Fit Trainer. Only 3. Rosie, Jamie and Ash. All you 3 have We Fit Trainer. And 2 of you have Starfighter's We Fit Trainer. So a win here could be crucial, but I'm praying that it doesn't happen. Even though I would be happy for you, nevertheless, I'm going to have a drink because I'm so nervous. Tasty. Okay, not much happening at the moment. Marth is dominating, but that can change real quick. We Fit Trainer using the hoops to survive. This has been the longest minute of a fight ever. Still going. 70 seconds. Someone wants to win. Oh, come on, Marth. Dig deep. Picked up a beam sword. We Fit Trainer's almost caught up on percentage. They're both very vulnerable at the moment. One big hit could be enough. And it's happened, and it's We Fit Trainer, which means that the energy source are all out, which is just appalling. Absolutely appalling. Oh, God. Well done to Marth, who is through. Not through. Well done to Marth for losing. Yes, Marth is out. Not well done. Do better. But well done to We Fit Trainer and the 2 people who have Starfighted We Fit Trainer, who are pretty sure, I don't want to say it just in case I get it wrong, is, has it gone? There it is. Rosie and Jamie, both of you 2, Starfighted We Fit Trainer, and finally that belief has paid off. And obviously, not to forget, that was a Crystal League match, which means that We Fit Trainer now has 3 wins to her name, and is on the same amount as Banjo and Kazooie. Against Marth. So well done to We Fit Trainer on 3 wins now. Faces Captain Falcon in the next round. But next up we have another cockadoodle dude who have 1 fighter through at the moment, which was We Fit Trainer, and Mega Man from the Fossil Fuels. The Fossil Fuels who are obviously top and also have 3 fighters through. It's not looking good for anyone else. Shout outs to all the Mega Man fans. Mega Drive Jimmy and Chode from Nippleback. You have Mega Man and Piranha Plant as well. Gotta belong to the Patriots. Does Gizwoo, you have Piranha Plant as well, and so do you, Longboy Bob. So let's see how Piranha Plant gets on for you guys. And at the moment, Piranha Plant is kicking ass and taking names, which is not good for the Fossil Fuels' 4th fighter. God, because it would be so tough to have 4 fighters through, wouldn't it? So painful. However, Mega Man has picked up his special, uses it, and has appeared to have missed. Piranha Plant needs to dominate now, and Piranha Plant has dominated, so due to the fact that Piranha Plant dodged that attack, that final smash, Piranha Plant gets through. And Benny P, you have Starfighted Piranha Plant. Your team logo, which means you will get a bonus point for Piranha Plant. And Mega Man loses on 17 for 18. Now, I'm just going to check quickly, as I get this game sorted, that I've not made any mistakes. Because last time I made some mistakes. I've not made any mistakes. All is well in the hood. Back on form. So our final round 1 matchup is between Corin from the Red Robots versus Wario from the Shroom Dogs. And did I add Piranha Plant's win? I did add Piranha Plant's win. Piranha Plant finally stopping one of the Fossil Fuels from getting through. And this is a bit of a meh match. Anyone pick Corin? Yeah, no one's picked Corin. I'm pretty sure no one's picked Wario, so no real importance here. Let's have a look at how the Red Robots are doing. So they're actually 7th at the moment, and they're considering they won last time, they're now 5 points behind 6th place the Shroom Dogs, so they could condense that to 3 wins behind, if obviously the Shroom Dogs lose one and the Red Robots win. So kind of banking on Corin here, but also I need the Red Robots to lose more so the energy source aren't as bad. Because did the Robots get anyone through? They got Snake through. They got Snake and that's it. So keep your eyes peeled for them, they could be out. Equally as quick as the energy source. Well, not equally, because the energy source is already out. The Robots aren't. You can tell I'm bitter about this. The Warriors had his chances in this fight, but as soon as you saw that charge come in, Corin is the winner. So the Red Robots do get a second fighter through. As Corin moves from 60th to 57th. And Wario's going to be in trouble here as he's now 60th, but with another loss, goes down to 61st. Bad news for Wario. So, Zelda has moved out of relegation, and that is it. Everyone else is still there. Their relegation's moving all over the shop, but the likes of Captain Falcon, Rosalina and Luma, Cloud, they've all moved up 4 or 3 spaces, so they are on the verge of leaving that relegation zone. And one of the ones in trouble is Rosalina. And there's 1 point in it, so if she wins here, she could be on the good side, but it is a tough matchup against Solid Snake, of course. Just a friendly reminder of who's got Rosalina and Luma, Jordan, Molly, who star-fighted Rosalina and Luma, and Rachel from the pit crew. And then Snake as well, Third Lemon and Chode. Both of you as well, Starfighter and Snake. So someone Starfighter will get through here. Who's it going to be? The Cosmo Vipers, Rosalina and Luma, or the Red Robots, Solid Snake? And it is going to be the Red Robots, Solid Snake. Sorry, Molly. Roz is out, but Snake does get through, which is huge news for... I've forgotten already. It was Third Lemon, and it was Chode. I tell you, Chode, you're doing well, my friend. Snake, 19 for 17. Rosalina and Luma, 14 for 18. So for them, they move down to 53rd. It's tough. Got to keep going. But Snake doing well, moves up to 27th. Unlikely for Snake. And we have a Gorilla Limon versus Gorilla Limon, which will help them quite a bit. And just as I wanted the Red Robots to lose, they all start winning. Bloody typical, I tell you. And Third Lemon, you're doing really well in this tournament. You've moved up 2 spaces in the Ultimate Dream Team. Chode, you've also moved up 1. A lot of people moving up 1. But OG Nath, you've fallen 3. And who do you have? You've got Marth out, Lucario out, Bowser and Falco. So all of your team is out. Sorry, my friend. That's bad times. But we have high hopes for the likes of Jamie, who has DK. And for everyone who has Joker, which is Jordan. Oh, Jamie. Another one of yours. Big Nate and Longboy Bob. But that doesn't matter because Joker is out and Donkey Kong gets through, which is awesome for Jay because that means you have a differential. You're the only person to get points there. 13 to 17. Big moves for Donkey Kong, who is currently ranked. I haven't seen him. Where are you ranked, Donkey Kong? 56th. Oh, much lower than I thought. But he's trying to get out of D2 tier. On the rise. Joker, 2 for 2. Seems to be the pattern of Joker. So, DK will face Snake in the next round. We love to see that. But now we have Greninja versus Luigi. Molly, this is your last fighter in, I believe. Got through round 1. But remember, losses don't count, so... It's still near the bottom. I'm not sure how. Austin, you're doing well. How have you gone so high up? Cloud and Roy the Boy. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I missed something. Maybe it was higher than I remembered. Maybe I'm thinking of the last series. And so far, Luigi is the one who is kicking Greninja's ass right here. For the Cosmo Vipers. So is this their last fighter? No, they've got 3 fighters through. There I was, bigging up the fossil fuels, but the Cosmo Vipers are holding on close behind, except for they've obviously just lost Rosaline and Luma, and it looks like they're going to keep Luigi though. He's picked up his final smash, but it's failed. The vacuum did not work. Greninja holds on for another day. That is robbery. Oh, I thought it was going to be robbery. I thought Luigi was dead there because the fake final smash exploded, but they showed Luigi as if to say Luigi was going to die, but because of his percentage, it actually knocked Greninja out, and Luigi actually won. So before he could get knocked out, Greninja got knocked out. So great news for Molly, you still have a fighter in. And Greninja, 12 for 18, tough in 60th. Luigi moves up to 58th. Man, it sucks being that far down. See how crucial it is to get those wins, because you're going to be stuck down there for life. For life. And next up is a Starfighter battle between Ash, who has Cloud in We Will Rock You, and Longboy Bob, who has Roy the Boy. And for anyone else who has Cloud, let's go. Makawewe, Austin, you both have Cloud as well. Well, Austin, you have both of these fighters. That seems to have happened a lot this time around. That's a good combo from Cloud, fighting for the Gorilla Limon. Needed to lose some more. These guys are like rival-esque, because they've always ended up so far down the table. So it's nice to see some of them doing well. And at the moment, it's Gorilla Limon who are doing the better out of the two. They are in 4th again, though. But we've learned something about Roy the Boy. He never gives up. And he picks up his... No, he doesn't pick up the final smash. Cloud does. And Cloud lands it, and it looks like Cloud is going to win here. With a massive Omni Slash. And yeah, Roy the Boy is nowhere to be seen. Absolutely decimated. Still in 64 for Roy the Boy, but Cloud, 15 for 17. Moves up to 49th, almost out of relegation. Yeah, shockingly, Cloud is in there. So again, another good fight for Cloud versus Luigi in the next round. But well done to Ash, who has got more double points. And you, again, Ash, must be moving up pretty well. Not as well as I would have thought, but you are moving, nevertheless. Anyway, we have Zelda versus Ridley, and is this Ridley's time to fall? Or is that still not coming yet? Let's have a look. Who's got Zelda? I think it was Third Lemon. Yeah, Third Lemon. You must have... No, I thought you had both of these. Gizwu, you have Ridley. Who else has Ridley? Chode and Rachel. And... Oh, no, it's... I thought Ridley had done his killer move there, but it's not the right level for it. But at the moment, he's getting shot with a cannon, and it's finally happened. Ridley has fallen. His first loss of Tourney of Tourneys, thanks to a cannon that Zelda had thrown down. And Ridley finally loses. But Zelda gets a shocking win there. 16 for 17. Zelda is now 44th. And well done to Third Lemon, who was the only person to have Zelda in her team. Cracking stuff, mate. Cracking stuff. Zelda gets through for the Gum Tech. Let's not throw away the Gum Tech, who are currently in 5th place, chasing Gorilla Limon. And finally, we're going to lose another fossil fuel, as we have, well, I'm saying finally, we've just lost a fossil fuel. What am I talking about? Ridley's just got knocked out. Which means this will be the last fossil fuel that's left in the tournament. And Kazuya could be facing Zelda in a Crystal League match if he manages to get through against Incineroar. Both of them are playing right near the edge. But Kazuya, until I spoke, hadn't landed an attack. And still Incineroar appears to be winning. And we've got a route again for Incineroar because no one has Kazuya. A few people have Incineroar. And I have mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again. Benny P and Rosie. Rosie, how are you getting on? Bad now that Incineroar is out. And you are 5th at the moment, to be honest. You are doing well. As is tradition. And Kazuya gets through 3-1. Bad news for anyone who has Incineroar. The people I've just mentioned. Good to see Kazuya doing well, though. and he does face off against Zelda in a Crystal League match. And that's a Ruby match, so it's a bit... Ooh. Okay, so Zelda has already won 2, so this could be her 3rd. Steve's on 4, don't forget, so it will reset if Steve wins a Ruby League match. However, still worth winning. And he was against Kazuya, who has none. Obviously, he's new and hasn't faced anyone in the draft tournaments as of yet. And here we have Captain Falcon from the Cosmo Vipers and Wii Fit Trainer from the Cockadoodle Dudes. And like I said before, no one has starfighted Captain Falcon. Despite 2 people having him, that is Jamie and Third Lemon. But Wii Fit Trainer, Jamie, you've starfighted Wii Fit Trainer, so you're going to be rooting for Wii Fit Trainer to beat Captain Falcon here, but that has not happened. Now, great news that Captain Falcon got through. You've got to be happy with that. But it does suck that you've lost your starfighter. Well done, Captain Falcon. 8 for 9 is now 45th, moves out of relegation. Finally, Wii Fit Trainer, 18 for 18. Nothing to write home about. But Captain Falcon is through. Now, how many Cosmo Vipers are through? Just the 2. Just the 2, but that does close the gap between them and first by 8. Well, 2-8. Don't know what it was originally. Further than 8. And our final match of round 2 is Piranha Plant for the Cockadoodle Dudes, who have no one through, versus Corin for the Red Robots, who have Snake through. A few teams not getting through here. The Shroom Dogs, the Energy Source, the Fossil Fuels have got through, sorry. It's probably just them, innit? It's definitely just them. And this is the dude's last chance, though, or you're going to join us down in the dirt. And so far, it's looking good. Rank-wise, Piranha Plant's ranked 37th, so it's much higher than Corin, who's in D2 tier, ranked in 57th. There's 30 places between, no, 20 places between these guys. Piranha Plant is honing. First, I'm pretty sure Piranha Plant has won a gold before. I'm not sure Corin has. I could find that out, but instead, let's focus on the fact that Piranha Plant gets through, which again, great news for Benny P, who has starfighted Piranha Plant, which means you, my friend, may be moving up the table. Bad news for anyone who just liked Corin in general. You don't have to have had her in your team. Could still just like Piranha Plant, who moves up to 33rd, and Benny P, that has helped you out quite a bit. Yeah, not half bad. You've still got 2 fighters in. No, 1 fighter in. Incineroar went out. Anyway, round 3. We have Solid Snake versus DK. A match of the Red Robots versus Gorilla Limon. The stakes are a lot higher for DK, who is 56th at the moment, trying to get out of relegation, whereas Snake is comfortably in 27th. But Snake isn't going to want to lose this. And this is the level. This is the sudden death level, is what I'm going to call it. 2 minutes. We'll have to go through this because this level always seems to go to sudden death. It's so big, which is great fun, really. And Snake has laid a mine off to the right. I'm going to try and kick DK over there. Oh, the mine's exploded. Actually, DK's the one who's decimating. And there I am saying this will go to sudden death, but the percentages are already high. And I said DK was decimating, I meant Snake was decimating. Unless I said Snake, then I've just repeated myself, of course. Oh, big hit there from DK, trying to get the percentage up to Snake, but Snake is laying down some good moves. Oh, he's got explosions just everywhere. He's using that cannon to take percentage off of Donkey Kong, and it's working. It's taking 5 every time. Oh, and he threw the gun. Snake laying some amazing moves here. And we've gone under a minute. To be honest, if it did go sudden death, that would be complete robbery for Snake at this point. Snake even lays a little healing thing. Big move here, and Donkey Kong is dead, by the way. All Snake's got to do is like kick him once. I think Donkey Kong's trying too hard to get into that healing orb. Snake's going to hang there for a little bit. Donkey Kong goes to 200%. All he has to do is survive for 30 seconds. Big hit there. Donkey Kong going for the final smash. Staying in the middle of the level to hope to not to be knocked out. He has his final smash though, which could be costly for Snake. it is. Donkey Kong's landed it. It's not killed Snake. It looked like it was going to, but it hasn't. And Donkey Kong is fighting back. We have 10 seconds left, making this level just a bit more fair. 5 seconds. Sudden death. I called it. I should have put money on it. I should have put money on it. Here we go. Who's going to get that first attack? Is it going to be Snake, who throws a grenade? But it blows himself up. Snake. Snake. That's like classic Snake, though. Sorry to anyone who has Snake, but great news for Jamie, who has Donkey Kong, the OG Gorilla Limon, their original not Starfighter, their original captain of their team, their all-star. That's going to be great news. So, DK Fruit moves up to 53rd, so gone up 3 spaces, and now is the battle between Luigi from the Cosmo Vipers versus Cloud from Gorilla Limon. Cloud, who is 50th, trying to get out of D1. And Luigi, who's in 57th and just trying to win some fights and not lose. I think even if Luigi wins all of his fights, he's still going to be in relegation. That's how far down he is at the moment. But big hit there from Cloud, who's fighting well. Luigi is going to struggle here. I should have mentioned it. Oh, I did mention DK is in 53rd. So already, these 3 fighters between DK, Luigi and Cloud, they're all ranked less than 50. 50 or less, I should say. So, the dream lives on for these fighters who believed at one point they'd probably get relegated. Cloud is fighting well against Luigi. But, good combo there. Could see Luigi fight back, which would be great news for Molly. Cloud is looking good. It's looking like his moves are landing, and they're trying to get that final smash, and Luigi gets it, and it works. He's picked up Cloud, and Luigi's final smash demolishes Cloud, who looked like the better fighter for so long. Cloud finds himself in 51st. Luigi, where does that put you? 13 for 17, 57th. So Luigi overall has moved up 5 places. He was ranked so far down at the start. And faces another Gorilla Limon in the next round. And you know what? That is actually a Crystal League match for the Sapphire League in the semi-final. But neither DK or Luigi have won a single battle in the Sapphire League. So that is a pretty mid-fight. But at the moment, 2 relegation fighters are through. And there are no other ones left. So it's that side of the table that's going to be the most intense. But next up we have Zelda from the Gumtech versus Kazuya from the Fossil Fuels, both in a Ruby League match. And we've all got a root for Third Lemon here, who has Zelda in her team, whereas no one has Kazuya. Depends how you guys play it, really, because I like to cheer for, people's teams. But I can imagine Third Lemon and Macaroni watching this together. Hi guys, if you are. It's been too long. Been all of a few days, and yeah, Jamie rooting for Kazuya. And it paid off. Nah, bad times, Dad. We've lost Zelda. She has gone to the pits. Where am I looking? Here we are. Right, Kazuya, great win, 4-1, and the Fossil Fuels getting someone into the semi-finals. I'm pretty sure they've got someone into the finals every single time at the moment. Bad times for Zelda and the Gumtech, though. And obviously Kazuya, forgot to mention, now ranked 23rd, so that's in pro position, which is between 9 and 24, as I've explained a few times. But yeah, that was a Ruby League Crystal match, so great news for Kazuya, who beat Zelda. Zelda won in that 3rd win there. She's lost 3 times. She could have won the Ruby League by now. Sucks. Anyway. Vipers versus Dudes again. These guys fight a lot, it feels. But the Vipers prevail most of the time. Oh, I say fight a lot. It's because Captain Falcon's actually taken out 2 Cockadoodle Dudes already in Inkling, Wii Fit Trainer, and only has Piranha Plant left. Piranha Plant is ranked higher, though. And shout outs to everyone who has any of these fighters. Let's go. Piranha Plant, Starfighter by Benny P. But other people have Piranha Plant like Gizwoo and Longboy Bob. But who has Captain Falcon? Third Lemon and Jamie. How many fighters do you have? Third Lemon. Let's have a look at your team quickly. Snake, who is still in. Zelda, who only just went out. And Captain Falcon. And you still have Captain Falcon in as Piranha Plant has fallen. Third Lemon, you're guaranteed to get in the final. No, you're not guaranteed to get in the final. You've got Kazuya. No, scrap that. But well done. Captain Falcon has got some people some points. And Piranha Plant has lost people. Well, not lost people some points, but Piranha Plant's out. You get the drill. Didn't Captain Falcon get to like the semi-finals last time? Spartan. Captain Falcon's won 6 fights this whole... So he won 3 there. Yeah. He got to the semi-finals last time. That's amazing. He's like the 3rd best fighter this series. Out of everyone. Anyway, semi-final time. We got DK versus Luigi. DK for Gorilla Limon. Luigi from the Cosmo Vipers. Vipers having 2 fighters left in the tourney. And Molly with Luigi. And Jamie with DK. So this is a differential battle. Who is going to prevail? Will it be the Gorilla Limon OG? Or will it be Luigi of Luigi Mansion fame? So far, lovely close battle. And of course, how have I forgot? How have I forgot? Obviously, this is a Crystal League match. Probably the least important Crystal League match. As the Sapphire League is on the brink of being won. And it's a bad time to start winning one. But at the moment, it is DK who is on 0 after picking up that little bit of fruit. And Luigi is on 115, 14, 19. Get there in the end. But fighting back. You love to see it, Luigi. You love to see it. There's a final smash there, and DK was going for it. And if he gets it, which he has, Luigi's in big trouble. Luigi just killed himself to put himself out of his misery. Luigi, 13 for 18. And we see DK into a final now. Let's have a quick look at DK's profile, because I'm pretty sure DK has never won an accolade at all of any shape or size, let alone a gold or silver. He has never won one, so this will be DK's first. So that's great news for Jamie, as DK moves up to 50th now. That's incredible. And gets his first Crystal League win, which I'm going to be deleting soon, no doubt. And it's against Luigi, who loses his 3rd. Plenty of opportunities. So we have Kazuya from the Fossil Fuels, needing the Fossil Fuels to lose before they run away with everything. We have Captain Falcon from the Cosmo Vipers in 2nd place. So this would make the Fossil Fuels lose, because losses count in the team rankings. So the Fossil Fuels would lose a fight, go down to 13, and the Cosmo Vipers would win and go up to 7. So that would really close the gap. And let's root for Captain Falcon, who has won it instantly. Captain Falcon, the Fruity Fellas, Third Lemon, and Jamie. Jamie, you are guaranteed to get a gold here, as you have 2 fighters in the final. I think that's the first of this tournament. I can't remember. That's going to do good moves for you, mate. Very good moves for you. So, Captain Falcon, 10 for 9, versus Kazuya, who finally loses, which means the Fossil Fuels are out. Strike and you're out. Well done to Captain Falcon. And can DK knock out another Cosmo Viper, just like he did in the semi-final, as he faces against 33rd place Captain Falcon. Did I add his win? Yeah, I definitely added his win. Anyway, Gorilla Limon versus Vipers. The Third Lemon, you're going to be rooting here for Captain Falcon, and Jamie, I don't know who you're going to be rooting for. Probably, with how close it is at the top, I'm going to say you're probably rooting for DK. So let's see how you get on. Could you be a differential? Close at the moment. Both fighters fighting extremely well. And there's a Warp Star there. A Warp Star could end this battle if anyone picks it up. Oh no, DK just absolutely yeeted it off of the ship. Let's go, DK, let's go. It'd be interesting if the Cosmo Vipers do win as well. Let's not forget. Chasing the fossil fuels. That's a big hit there. DK is in trouble, but fights back as Captain Falcon explodes a bomb, which has helped DK get his percentage up. There he goes. Big moves. Oh, big hit there from Falcon. See, Captain Falcon used to be at the energy source. He couldn't be that good then, could he? He got relegated. I thought that was it for him. He's got his final smash. All he's got to do is land it. I don't know what DK was doing there. He just picked up Captain Falcon. Just is like, yo. And Captain Falcon's missed his final smash. Can DK pull it back? He's got an assist trophy. This is looking good for DK. This assist trophy probably would have killed Falcon there if DK hadn't hit him. And this happened. DK intervenes and Captain Falcon is out. And DK is the winner. Gets his first accolade. The absolute belief in Jamie to still have DK in his team as he moves up to 45th out of relegation. And let me show you how important that is. Actually, maybe not right now. Maybe not right now. I'm going to show you when we go over to the archives. But first, DK with an absolute shock result and a Gorilla Limon winner. That's going to do good for Gorilla Limon as well. That's done really good for Gorilla Limon. Can't believe they got this far. DK wins. Let's go. So, well done, Jamie, for picking DK in your team. You're the only person to do so. So, big points there for Limon La Vida Loca, which is the first time I've mentioned your team, funnily enough, this time round. And how you doing? Everyone is moving up quite fast. You get so many points from just like, picking the right fighter. So, just got to keep going because a lot has changed. And I can't wait to cover it with you guys. But yeah, let's just get straight to it, shall we? Over to the archives. Let's go. Right, everyone, with the overall rankings, we are going to start from the bottom, just because you can see how much of an impact it's had for those who have done well. So, we start with Greninja, who's gone up 1 place, which isn't that crazy, but all helps. Luigi, though, getting through to the semi-finals has moved him up 5 places, which is a huge leap. Cloud, again, through to... I can't remember where he got to, but he's moved up 3. Zelda's moved up 1, but look at Donkey Kong there. He's moved up 12 places just for winning a tournament. He is officially out of relegation zone, because you see the... because that's red, and it says D1 on the left. That is relegation zone. F is safe. F's okay. Sora's still safe at the moment, but Christ, Sora, come on. You can't get relegated in your first season. That's painful. They're always looking at DK. Look at Captain Falcon, and Captain Falcon comes second, but he's moved up 13 places. Again, he was in D2, so he was even lower than DK was originally. So obviously Captain Falcon had a good season last season, which is why he's obviously moved above. Had a good tournament last time, is what I meant to say. Joker moving up 3 places, Piranha Plant moving up 7, Snake 5. The amount of moves that these guys are doing in Beta League is crazy. Kazuya 13. See? I didn't scroll this high, so this is mad for me. And still our highest ranked Beta League fighter is Ridley, who did lose in the second round, but is still there in 15th. And just, if he loses all of his tournaments now, he's probably still not going to be relegated. He'll be pretty safe, but I can't see that happening. What about you? Team ranking. Not much has changed apart from Gorilla Limon moving up 3 places. Comfortably, can I add, in 3rd. And only 2 points behind the Cosmo Vipers. So, well done to them. Now, if you're an Energy Source fan, I'm sorry that you chose to do that. All 3 fans of the Energy Source. And that's excluded me. So there's at least 4 people who are upset about the Energy Source. We can all suffer together. Right. Next up, not really much to write home about for the Crystal League, but I will show this Opal League standings at the moment, and that is because We Fit Trainer got her 3rd fight. So between We Fit Trainer and Banjo and Kazooie, who are in 2 different tournaments, one's in the alpha, one's in the beta, the race is on, and the ball is in Banjo and Kazooie's court, as it'll be the Alpha League next, of course. In the Spartan League, so once again as a reminder, this is just the stats for this season, so ignoring the Alpha Leagues, we know what's going on there. Ridley is still quite high up on 5, but just behind him now is Captain Falcon, who is also on 5. So he's had 2 good tournaments and can hopefully continue to improve. Speaking of improvement, Captain Falcon is also up there as the 2nd most improved fighter, moving up 19 places. So if you've got Captain Falcon in your team, that's going to help you to win the Growth Trophy, which of course I will reveal in a minute. Probably now, actually. But first, let's look at the Ultimate Dream Team itself. So, zooming in so you guys can see. We've got Mega Drive, still in 1st place on 29, but I'm sure he was on 29 before we started. You lost Mega Man, Crom went out straight away, Bowser and Falco. So yeah, Jimmy, you lost all of your fighters in the 1st round, so not moving much there. But 3rd Lemon, you've moved up 3 places, and the Fruity Fellas are now in 2nd. You gain 2 extra points for having Snake in your team as well, so real improvement there, still doing well. Rachel, you've moved down to 3rd, but that's not so bad. You're only 2 points off of the lead. Jamie, massive move, and obviously having DK in your team has really helped, but you've moved up to 4th place and moved up 5 rankings. So again, you believed in yourself for this tournament, and you know, 3 points away from 1st place. Just behind you is Gizwoo, who's fallen 2, and so has Rosie. Again, very fine margins at this stage of the competition. Ash, you've moved down, but did get 2 bonus points for having Cloud in your team and making Cloud your star fighter. Chode, obviously you star fighted Snake. I keep thinking you're doing much better than you are, to be honest, mate. I thought you were smashing it. Longboy Bob getting a bonus point for Roy the Boy. Smart move there, star fighter in him. He always never lets you down in the 1st round at this point. Austin, Starfighter and Marth. I mean, who's Starfighter's energy source fighters? That's a silly idea. Benny P. Oh no, I've missed out OG Nath. OG Nath, you've moved down 3. You had a bit of a bad one there. Starfighter and Falco. Loyalty, you know, I'll give you that, but bad choice. Benny P and the Push-Strap Patriots have moved up 3 places. Massive help there from Piranha Plant and Starfighter and Piranha Plant. Makawawi, Starfighter and Sora. Again, Starfighter in an energy source fighter at the moment seems to be an absolute negative, but let's not forget, all it takes is picking the right choice of Starfighter and your points will double very, very quickly. It's only been 4 tournaments. Molly, moving up from last into 14th. Starfighter and Rosalina and Luma, and you've moved up 2 places. Who else did you have there? Oh, Luigi. Luigi did you very well. And obviously no one else had Luigi. But down the bottom there we have Jordan and we have Big Nath. So Jordan, you've moved down 1. Well, the bottom 3 teams all on the same points, but Big Nath, you've fallen 4 places. So tough times there, my friend. Inkling did not do well. But that is how the standings are now. Now, as you always know, I say about my social medias, but I've not really been posting on there at the moment, so I'll just direct message all of you guys with the results. But here we have the Growth Trophy, and how is that doing? Because I haven't looked at this yet. Okay, so the Fruity Fellas are in 1st. 3rd Lemon, you've moved up 4 places, as you're now on plus 27. So again, having Captain Falcon in your team has probably boosted you up. Same as you, Jamie, who's now in 2nd. For the Growth Trophy with Lim and La Vida Loca on plus 23. And there's a few of you there on the plus, but a lot of people on minus. Big Nath, your team's just all square, and that's crazy because your team's last on the Ultimate Dream Team, so it just shows, you know, there will be different winners for this. But at the bottom is the Push-Truck Patriots and Benny P. OG Nath, you've gone down 5 places as well, so that's a bit of a tough one to take. Now, that should be it, and I should be saying thank you and goodbye, but I do need to tell you something, and that is that next week, and you've seen the fixtures for Alpha League 3, it's going to be big. However, Alpha League 3 will not be next week. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, why would you do this to me? But do you remember, not only is there the growth trophy, which you win for having the most improved team, not only is there the synergy trophy, in which you'll win a trophy if your favourite team, so let's say you pick the fossil fuels, win the league, you have the chance of winning the synergy trophy. But who remembers there was a third? And that is the Valiant trophy. And next week will be the first Valiant tournament. So I'm going to quickly go over exactly what the Valiant tournament is and how it's going to play out. So over here somewhere, we have the standings for the Valiant tourney. There we go. Big old league. Now, here's how it's going to work. So we're just going to move up here to round 1. What will happen is I will... Well, I'll do it live just so you guys know that there's no fixing going on. But I will randomly pick, well, I will randomly shuffle all of you Ultimate Dream Team entries, and you will all be fighting against each other. And it's about bloody time. So, for example, let's press N. So by pressing N, that comes up with Nippleback, which is Chode's team. So this is only an example, but for round 1, you will get 3 fighters, and it will be your top 3 fighters that were the highest ranked Ducks wise. Not how they're doing in this tournament, highest Ducks. So that's your All-Star and your 2 pros. So for Chode, you've got Ganondorf as your All-Star, you've got Kirby as a pro, and you've got Dark Samus as a pro. Now let's say you face off against, I pressed M, that comes up with Mega Drive, which is Jimmy. You will have Sephiroth as your All-Star. You'll have Pyra/Mythra and Richter as your pros. Now, how this fight will play out is, it is a 3-on-3 battle. It's a 1-on-1 battle, but with 3 fighters. So what happens is, I'll start from bottom, so it'll be Dark Samus versus Richter. Now, if Richter wins and Dark Samus gets knocked out, whatever percentage Richter is on, he will stay on that when Kirby enters the arena. And this will all happen in the same arena. Crazy, right? So it will be everyone who has entered. You didn't need to pay. You never need to pay. But you'll just be entered. And you have the opportunity to go to round 2. Now, I should say this first video will just be round 1. Because I'll be doing the selection and then we'll show round 1. And the also reason for that is, because if you get to round 2, you then get to pick 3 fighters. And that could be anyone. That could be Beta League fighters. And I'll send you guys exactly how your team's doing. So you may want to pick your best fighters. If you don't pick anyone, it will be the same 3 that you had in round 1. In the semi-finals, you'll get to pick 5 fighters. And that's the exact same as the finals as well. But you'll get to pick 5 fighters of your own. And the exact same rules apply, is they will be being knocked left, right and centre. So I've never done a Valiant tournament before, so this is the first one, so I'm quite excited to get that underway. I don't know how it's going to look yet, so sorry if it's a bit rough around the edges, but I'll get the hang of it once it's done. There's going to be a lot of chopping and changing because you can't just do a tournament system for that. I'll have to do it manually, but look forward to that one next week, guys. I know for sure I am. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see who gets through. There's going to be obviously a lot of repeats as well. A lot of people have got like Sephiroth. 6 people have Sephiroth, so you're going to see Sephiroth fighting 6 times at least. Maybe, because it may not even get to the All-Star. Maybe the pros will knock everyone out before you get to see Sephiroth, but I'm sure you'll see him. But if you have any more questions, guys, please feel free to leave anything in the comments. I always appreciate people coming to me and asking for any advice or any help and understanding about the tourneys. I know it can be quite confusing, but to me it's like, I was going to say second nature, but it's more of a third nature because I don't really... I can't... when I'm filming live especially, I never get it right first time, but I try, so can't blame a guy for trying. But anyway, guys, thanks for sticking around for Beta League number 2. And I will see you guys next week for the Valiant tournament. And fingers crossed that your teams do well.